Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Michael. Welcome back to IDB. In this video, I'm showing you some of my absolute favorite iPhone applications. So go and grab your iPhone and open up the App Store so you can follow along in this video. Let's go ahead and jump in right now. So the first application here is where I get most of my iPhone wallpapers from. So this is called Backdrops. Now I like Backdrops because it has a really nice, clean, minimalistic UI, and also you get a nice variety of different wallpaper styles. So inside the Explore tab here, you have the wallpaper of the day, which is obviously updated daily, and you have a pretty nice mix of abstract style wallpapers inside this tab. But you also have the Community tab right here, which is images that are uploaded by the community by other users of the application. And within this, you're going to find some nice photography every now and then as well, such as this image here. So I open this app pretty much every single day to try to find a new wallpaper for my phone. You can choose to pay for premium if you want, and doing that will turn off ads, and you also get access to some of the Pro packs here. They have various collections here if you pay for the Pro version of the application. So Backdrops is definitely a high-end wallpaper application, and no matter what style of wallpaper you like to use on your iPhone, you're definitely going to find something inside of Backdrops. So next up, this one is probably my most used application on my iPhone. This one is called LifeSum. So every single day I like to track my caloric intake. I love to track every single food I eat. And whenever you think of a calorie tracking application, most of you are probably going to think of MyFitnessPal. However, in my opinion, LifeSum does everything that MyFitnessPal does in a much better UI. And in fact, it actually won an award from Apple. It won the Editor's Choice Award, so that's pretty cool. So if we open up the application here, you can see it has a really nice UI, and it kind of gives you a graphical overview of everything you've eaten in the day. So you can set up your calorie goal, and it also gives you a breakdown here of your macronutrients, so your carbs, protein, and fat for the day. A few of the features I like inside LifeSum include it gives you a rating, so it gives you an overall life score, and it also gives you a rating for each meal. So if I click on my breakfast here, for example, you can see it kind of reminds me of when I was in grade school and you get like a smiley face sticker. So you can see here, I guess my breakfast was pretty healthy. It gives me the perfect rating. I had an apple, a protein shake, and some almonds. And it also gives you a life rating. So if you click on me at the bottom, you can see it gives you a life score. So I guess mine right now is 95. And it also gives you some streaks. So I've logged in 6 days in a row here. So like I said, it's pretty much another calorie tracking application. A lot of these exist on the App Store. However, LifeSum probably has the best UI in my opinion. They also have some other features such as custom diet plans and some recipes you can follow along with if you pay for the premium membership. And another feature of this application I use include the widgets on the home screen. So you've probably seen this in a few of my other videos, but I always have my LifeSum widget right here on my home screen so I can get an overview of what I've eaten in the day. So next up at number 3, this one is called Flighty, and Flighty is, in my opinion, probably the best flight tracking application available on the App Store, and it's really underrated in my opinion as well. So I love Flighty because it has a great UI with a bunch of features, but also the notification system that they use is absolutely fantastic. So whenever my flight gets changed or delayed, I always get a notification through Flighty before even my airline notifies me. So I don't know how they get this information faster than the airline does, but it's always crucial to have the latest information on your flight the day that you're traveling. And whenever I'm using Flighty, I know that I have the absolute latest information on my flight, which is really important. I also love how clean the UI is. So as you can see, I've put in all my flights for my upcoming trip, and it shows how many days until your flight. And another feature I like is it also shows how long your layover is in each airport. So on the way down to Orange County, as you can see, I have a 3-hour, 40-minute wait in Vancouver. And on the way back, I have a 3-hour, 28-minute wait. So I really like that feature as well. I'll add an example flight here just so I can show you a few more features. So I can click on random flight right here and it'll find a flight that's upcoming. So it looks like it found one here from Chicago to Baltimore. Now if I scroll down here, you can see we have a whole bunch of stats on this flight. So it tells you your gate departure and obviously the gate that it's departing from. You can put in your booking code and also your seat number in the application directly so you don't forget where you're sitting. And you can also see a bunch of stats about the flight. So you get a really cool graphical overview of whether your flight is going to be early or on time, and it also gives you a percentage breakdown of each one of these. And you can also see, based on the tail number information of your plane, where your plane has been. So you can see this plane went from Pittsburgh to Baltimore to Myrtle Beach. This plane's been everywhere, it looks like. You can also see the age of your aircraft, and you also get a detailed timeline of your flight, including how long you're going to be sitting in your seat, whether it's taxiing or in the air. So this is hands down one of the best flight tracking applications available on the App Store. To get all of this information, you do have to pay for the Pro version. I usually only pay for Pro when my flight is like 2 or 3 days away. I don't need to pay for it year round. So if I click on one of my upcoming flights, you can see I don't have this information here. You can see it's all blurred out. You have to pay for Pro. But like I said, I pay for it when I have an upcoming flight, and it's an extremely useful application when I'm traveling. So next up in number 4, this one is called Waterminder. So it is a water tracker, and it also gives you notifications if you fall behind on your water intake for the day. So this is very important. A lot of people don't get enough water every single day, and I use this application to track how much hydration I'm getting on a daily basis. So it's a very simple application. You get kind of a cool UI here showing how much water you've had throughout the day. You also have a few custom settings. So if you have a water bottle of a certain size that you keep filling up throughout the workday, you're able to add that to your quick add settings here. So when I click the plus, as you can see, I have 500, 600, and 700 mils, as those are the most common water bottle sizes I'm drinking out of. And you can quickly add that just by clicking inside the application. So it's a very simple app. There also is a home screen widget, as you can see here, that just shows your current hydration level right on your home screen. I have this stacked right on top of my LifeSum widget as well. So like I said, a very useful but a very important application to use. Most people aren't getting enough water, and I highly recommend using Waterminder to track your water intake. Next up, this one is called TouchRetouch, and this is my go-to to-do list application. So this is a very simple application. It doesn't do much, but what it does do, it does very well. So I'll open it up here, and you can see I have a recurring notification every single day to brush my teeth, one in the morning and one at nighttime. And I've already brushed my teeth today, so I will check that off just like that. And you can also add reminders using natural language. So if I want to be reminded to film a video tomorrow, all I have to do is type in film video tomorrow. And then just like that, as you can see, tomorrow turns blue. And then I can hit the send button just like that. So TouchRetouch is a very minimalistic application. However, it works for me. There are a ton of to-do list applications. However, I just really like the way that TouchRetouch works. I also use the widget on my home screen. So if I swipe left right here, I'm able to see all of my tasks I have to do in a certain day. So I highly recommend using TouchRetouch. It's a great free to-do list application. And finally, our last application, this one is called TouchRetouch. So this is the #1 application in the App Store in the photo and video category, and for a good reason. This is probably the best application for removing objects from your photos. And the #1 feature I use inside this application is hands down the line removal tool. So you know how when you take those photos and there's a power line right in your view and it kind of ruins the photo? Well, you're able to fix that with TouchRetouch. So if I click on the line removal tool at the bottom, you can see here we have a bunch of power lines in this photo. And to remove a line, all you have to do is drag across it just like this, and the application will pick it up. And as you can see, it removed that line right there. And you're able to do it with as many lines as you want in the photo. You also have an object removal tool. So if you click on objects right here, and maybe we'll zoom into the street, let's try to remove this car right here. So we'll highlight this car and click on go. And as you can see, it did a pretty good job at removing that car. So if you ever have something you want to remove from a photo, such as a power line or a mesh grid that you took a photo in front of, or even an object or a photo bomber, TouchRetouch is probably the best application to touch up your photos. So I don't want the conversation to end now. However, I want you to head into the comments and tell the community what is one application that you use on your iPhone that you feel is really underrated that most people don't know about. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it interesting or helpful, make sure to drop a like on it, as it does help out a lot. My name is Michael with IDB. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.